words for the offertory. No, I just need to look at words for the offertory. Good morning. Oh, we're just going to give it a minute. Oh, that was fast. Good morning. Good morning. I am Julia Santerre. I am the Religious Exploration Coordinator here, and I'm co-leading the service this morning with Reverend Christine Sillari. We have Karl Lindholm as our worship associate, and we have the awesome Jennifer Cohen as our music director over here. So today's service is about the moon, and I am going to invite you to join us with a gathering song that is Peace Like a River. So you might know the song. We're going to sing all 6 verses. Yes, there are 6 verses. And I'm going to show you motions that are mostly from American Sign Language to do, that you are welcome to join us in performing with your body in any way that feels good to you. So I invite you to rise in body or spirit as feels good. And we will start with, I've got love, not love, we're starting with peace. I've got peace like a river. So I've got peace like a river in my soul. Tears like the raindrops. I've got tears like the raindrops. I've got tears like the raindrops. I've got tears like the raindrops in my soul. I've got tears like the raindrops. I've got tears like the raindrops. I've got tears like the raindrops in my soul. But we also have strength like a mountain. I have strength like a mountain. I have strength like a mountain. I have strength like a mountain in my soul. I have strength like a mountain. I have strength like a mountain. I've got strength like a mountain in my soul. Thank you.
We acknowledge that today we gather on the ancestral lands of the Abenaki people who were removed unjustly, their land seized by colonizers, and that we in this community understand that we are the beneficiaries of that removal. We honor them as we live, work, study, and worship here at CVUUS. Another good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Greetings, friends. Welcome to CVUUS, Champlain Valley Universalist Society. Greetings, too, to those watching remotely on Zoom. It's a blessing to be here together on this beautiful sunny day in February, the shortest winter month. Only a few weeks away from the official from official spring. Pitchers and catchers have reported to their spring training sites. There's promise in that. We're getting more and more daylight each day. We can feel it. It's been a beautiful winter, I think. An old-fashioned winter, cold out, with lots of snow and cold temperatures to keep that snow around. And lots of sun, too, more than usual anyway. I am powerfully moved. I'm powerfully moved on those cold, sunny days by the shadows from the trees as the sun moves across the southern sky. I'm Karl Lindholm, as Julia said, a member of the worship team, and today our leaders are our interim co-minister, Christine Sillari, and Julia, our religious exploration head. This month's spiritual focus is resilience, and today we are exploring the mystery of the moon. There are many elements that go into a service. We're acknowledging today, especially, the welcome team out in the lobby, who are the ushers and the greeters, and they maintain all the various elements of welcoming that we have out there. Good time to silence your phone. I never mind being told that. If you have a milestone or passage, a joy or concern you would like to share with the congregation, please fill out a yellow card right out there, right outside the door in the lobby, and drop it in the offering basket. A pink card is there too, and the envelopes also, if you'd like the help of the Caring Network. And you want to be in touch, there are blue sheets on the welcome table in the lobby to get you on our mailing list. We are celebrating February birthdays today with a cake provided by Michelle Lowy, followed by a congregational conversation here in the sanctuary on the upcoming stewardship campaign and budget process. Now, last Friday, just 2 days ago, was Julia's 40th birthday. Happy birthday, Julia. And also yesterday was the birthday of Brett Millier, Valentine's Day. Isn't it like Brett to be born on Valentine's Day so her husband would not forget it? So, Julia will help me by lighting the chalice. The chalice lighting, I'll read it. It's a little bit long to put on the screen, so I'll read it as Julia lights the chalice, symbolizing Unitarian Universalism. And it's a poem called There Is Light by Eric Williams. In the beginning, there was light, infinite and expansive, flowing out from an unseen center. Throughout creation, there is light, from the steady sun, the glowing moon, the flashing meteor, the twinkling stars, and the auroras dancing in the northern sky. Within each part of creation, there is light, slowed down and held close by every cell and molecule, by every atom and element. Within you, there is light, the same light as the source, the same radiance that is in all creatures. May this small flame be a constant reminder to you of your true nature and your kinship with all beings.
Good morning. It's good to be with you all. Our opening words are a poem by Adrienne Marie Brown, and the title is Moon, Tell Me. Moon, teach me how to wear the scars without masking, how to be all the time darkness and light, how to follow, to be satisfied with reflection, how to be careful with tides, graceful but crafting storms, to be the one who gives, who is held in orbit. Teach me how to love the sun, Please, please tell me. Teach me how to be seams and pockmarks and beautiful. To be a portal of longing and connection. To take a month to open and then to close again. Because I am not perfect. I surrender to the light every time. If it's a flash, I sit dazzled in the darkness. I don't even know how to wane. Teach me to fill up with ritual, to be so powerful and so very small. I'm going to sing hymn number 347. That's in the teal hymnal. It'll be on the screen. Gather the Spirit. Oh, gray. Did I say, what did I say? Teal. Gray.
So today, I'm going to be telling 3 moon myths from around the world throughout the service. So the first moon myth, we're starting at the beginning, and we're starting in the Americas. And this is a Diné story, and Diné means the people in the Navajo language. And it is first woman and first man bring light to the world. So when the first people came to this land, they had 4 lights in each of the 4 directions. There were mountains there, east, west, north, and south. But these lights were faint, and they didn't give off any heat. So it was always a constant temperature and a constant light, and frankly, it was pretty dim and cold. So the people started complaining to First Woman and First Man, "Hey, we need more light, and we're cold here. Can you help us out?" So First Woman sent glowworm and firefly and lightning bug and foxfire to the 4 directions to supplement the light, hoping that would help. But they didn't bring any heat, and then they were just flickering there, and it still was not enough light. So the first people complained again, "Hey, we still don't have enough light, and it's still pretty cold." So they thought about it some more, and First Woman asked Fireman if he would start a fire by his mountain, which he happily did, and there was this huge fire with lots of smoke. So as you can imagine, Fireman's mountain was pretty hot and pretty smoky, and then farther away, it was still cold and dark. So the people complained again. This time, First Woman went to a council of wise ones. They met, they discussed. When they came out, she asked her helpers to bring her the largest, flattest rock they could find from the mountains. So they came back with a really large piece of white quartz, and this was twice as wide as it was high, but pretty flat. And she saw that she could make 2 good circles from this rock. So that's what they did. And it was not easy because their tools they were using were just about the same hardness as the rock, but they managed it. They made 2 circles. And once they had the 2 circles, First Man and First Woman together, they decorated one with a mask of turquoise and symbols for heat and light. They decided that the second one didn't need the heat because they already had one to do that, so they added coolness and moisture to that one and kept it with the white quartz. But now they needed to get them into the sky. So Fireman actually was able to tack them into the sky above the eastern mountain with lightning bolts, which is a pretty cool trick. However, they weren't moving, right? So now by the eastern mountains was lovely. They had this lovely heat and moisture and light. But in the west, they still just had that dim light and it was cool. They realized they needed the lights to move across the sky. So 2 wise ones stepped forward and said, "We will give our spirits so that these discs have life and can move across the sky." And that's what they did. One person's spirit went into the sun, and one went into the moon. Obviously, the lighter one, the white one's the moon. The turquoise one with the heat became the sun. And First Man and First Woman knew that they needed to take a certain path across the sky. They didn't just want them, going everywhere. So they gave them eagle feathers, because eagle always knows where they're going. Well, it worked really well. Sun started across, from the eastern mountain and went all the way over to the western mountain. And when they were above the western mountain, Moon said, "Now?" And Sun said, "Yes, now." And as Moon started their trip across, Wind Boy thought he would help. So he went ahead and blew a big gust of wind behind the Moon. Well, this only served to knock the feathers into Moon's eyes. So Moon then couldn't really see where Moon was going. So this is why the sun takes a more direct path. It changes throughout the year in the different months, but the moon goes all over the place. But regardless, the people were happy, and that is how First Man and First Woman brought light to the world.
Thank you, Julia. Throughout history, the moon has held immense cultural and symbolic significance across different societies. The moon's regular phases made it an early calendar and timekeeper, especially for tracking monthly cycles, agricultural planning, and scheduling religious or cultural rituals. These phases, occurring every 29.5 days, provided ancient civilizations with a reliable method to measure time before solar-based calendars became a standard. Many cultures, as we just heard, personified the moon as a deity, The Romans called her Luna, Greeks Selena, which is my daughter's name, and the Incas Mama Quilla. In Chinese mythology, which we're going to hear later, the goddess Chang'e lives on the moon with a rabbit. The moon is often associated with fertility due to its monthly cycle and sometimes linked to madness or lunacy, a term derived from the Latin word for moon, luna. And it is true, if you are a doctor or nurse, that on the full moon, the hospitals have more people in them. There are many myths about the moon, some which you're hearing about today. Our myth, we have a myth now, changed when Neil Armstrong took human steps on another celestial body. The Apollo 2 moon landing remains a definitive moment in human history, characterized by its staggering global reach and enduring scientific and social legacy. I'm sure there's many in this room who remember that moment. July 20th, 1969, an estimated 650 million people, and at the time that was 1/5 of the world's population, witnessed this humanity-altering event. Before we landed on the moon, we believed the moon was a rock floating in space, perhaps captured by the Earth. Now, after studying moon rocks, the prevailing scientific theory is the giant impact hypothesis, which posits that the moon is a, quote, child of the Earth, formed 4.5 billion years ago when a Mars-sized protoplanet named Theia struck the young Earth. The impact ejected debris, mostly from the inside of the Earth, into orbit, which coalesced to form the moon, explaining their similar chemical composition. The Earth created a child called the moon to protect herself. Wow. I think that's pretty amazing. Did my husband and I create our daughter, Selena, to protect us, to protect the Earth, to protect humanity? When I think about the myths about the moon, I see we are living in a myth now about the moon. And I also see how we participate as a global community in the creation of myths. I'm curious about what our next moon myth may be. I have some ideas about that I don't feel comfortable sharing. For now, I'm good with the moon protecting us. Due to its proximity and lack of an atmosphere, the moon absorbs countless impacts from space debris that might otherwise strike the Earth. For billions of years, the moon, with its sparse atmosphere, unable to impede impacts, has been bombarded with a steady rain of asteroids, meteoroids, and comets. They strike the surface of the moon, leaving huge boulders of powders and numerous craters behind. The lack of gravity, abundance of ice water, and the fact that the moon can be as hot as 260 degrees Fahrenheit or as cold as negative 280 degrees Fahrenheit, all make the moon currently uninhabitable by human beings. The moon's gravitational pull creates the ebb and flow of the tides, right? Creating two bulges on the opposite sides of the Earth. Even more interestingly, the moon lulls on molten liquids inside the Earth. It actually turns the inside of the Earth, creating the Earth's magnetic field, which we need to survive. The moon also protects us from the sun. Without the moon, we would be in big trouble. The Earth would slow down and wobble on its axis. The sea would rise too much, and we would experience even more extreme temperatures. The moon is supporting us, guiding us, and protecting us. No wonder we humans have honored her, worshipped her, been in awe of her from time out of mind. The moon serves as a foundational mystical timepiece across major feats, regulating sacred calendars and symbolizing renewal, divine sovereignty, and feminine energy. The cycles of the moon represent a cosmic promise of renewal. And its presence in religious practices provide a tangible link between human time and cosmic time, which are different. Earth-based spiritualities, as well as Judaism, Christianity, Islam, and some Asian cultures and more, all use the moon as a sacred time point, which connects these diverse spiritual traditions through shared lunar cycles. Ramadan, the Islamic holy month, is strictly lunar, beginning with the sighting of the new moon, emphasizing introspection and spiritual discipline, and it begins this Wednesday evening. The Lunar New Year, celebrated in many Asian cultures, begins with the new moon, marking the start of spring and a time for family reunion and renewal. It begins this Tuesday. In the Christian tradition, Ash Wednesday and Easter are calculated based on the first full moon after the vernal equinox, linking it to the Jewish Passover. Ash Wednesday begins this week, right after the new moon. Rosh Hashanah is intimately connected to the moon. It falls on the new moon of the Hebrew month of Tishrei. This lunar phase symbolizes renewal, the birth of humanity, and the creation of a new, balanced, and peaceful energy. This occurs in the fall. In many pagan and Wiccan traditions, the moon is central to spiritual practice, dictating the timing of monthly rituals and influencing major seasonal festivals. And for many Native American cultures, the moon is far more than a celestial body. It is a timekeeper, a relative, and a powerful spiritual guide. So I ask you, what does the moon mean to you? How do you honor the moon? Can we invite the moon to be our teacher, to be our guide?
There are many pathways to connection here at CVUUS. Activities and events, in addition to Sunday services, that bring us together as a community. Many of them are listed on the back of the order of service, and I draw your attention to that. And they're also amplified often in the Wednesday's blast. So I would remind you I sometimes need to be reminded myself to look closely over Wednesday's Blast. There's lots of information there about what's going on. And the first item I want to cite, I'm just going to cite 3 items. The first one I want to cite is not on the back of the order of service. I wish it were, because I don't have all the details just right. But it's tonight at 6:30. Somebody else can maybe help me. Ted Shy, a member of this congregation, and a poet and a teacher, is talking tonight. Colleen, you're nodding your head. Who's putting it on? The Green Mountain Club, and it's an account of his trek across the Alps. Doors open at 6:15. How many miles did he? Oh, endless, hard miles, up and down and up some more. And Ted is a wonderful, wonderful speaker. So I hope you'll come by at 6:30 tonight. Also, this week I think is game night. Is that right? This week is game night, and Liam and the Spoonheimers there, and Mike will be putting that on. So talk to them. Have I got it about right? Okay. And oh yes, this is my third. Registration is now open for Positively Pan, Steel Drum Pan Workshop, led by Jen Cohen. 4 Wednesdays in March, March 4th, 11th, 18th, and 25th, from 7 to 8 p.m. at CVUUS. See Abby Sessions to get one of these orange sheets that has a QR code on it. I might, if I come, I gotta have more. I'm not a QR code guy, so I should be though. They need it everywhere. I needed one everywhere. But anyway, that sounds like great fun. Okay. Now it's time for the offering. This month we're sharing our plate with the CVUUS Discretionary Fund. Those funds are used for the immediate direct benefit and provided in a confidential manner. Benefit to people and groups in our community in need. Please be as generous as you can.
Our second myth today is from the Hindu tradition. And this is about Lord Ganesha. And he is very distinctive because he has the head of an elephant. So some of you might remember or know who he is. And he is the god of new beginnings and success and overcoming obstacles. And he has a little companion that's a mouse that he actually rides on top of. So you can try to picture that in your head. Well, Lord Ganesha, this is Lord Ganesha and the moon. Lord Ganesha loves sweets. Does anybody else here love sweets? Not as much as Lord Ganesha does, okay? So his followers love to leave him offerings of sweets. And one day they did. They left him a huge amount of his very favorites. And he found it, and he went and he ate as much as he could. And then he started to feel a little sick, and he couldn't eat anymore. So, like any reasonable person would do, he just grabbed armfuls and just tried to, you know when you don't have like a basket, but you're trying to carry a bunch of things? So he's kind of like using his clothing and trying to carry all of these sweets. And he got on his mouse, and he's, trying to go back home. But then a snake slithered in front of the mouse, scared him, and Lord Ganesha and all the sweets went flying. Lord Ganesha kind of was embarrassed and went and got all the sweets, picked them up. He tried to get them all back. He took that snake, he tied it around his belly to try to kind of hold in all of the sweets, and then he was getting back on the mouse, and he heard laughing. And it was the moon, Chandra Devi, up there laughing at him. He had seen the whole thing. And Lord Ganesha was embarrassed and looked at Chandra Devi and said, You are laughing at me. You should not be seen anymore. Well, Chandra Devi felt really bad and was also really upset because Chandra Devi was beautiful and loved to be seen. So this was not okay. So he apologized. He did really feel bad. He said, I'm so sorry, Lord Ganesha. I should not have laughed at you. I didn't mean to. Please don't make me never be seen. Lord Ganesha did feel like his punishment probably was a little harsh, but he felt like there had to be some consequences. So he said, I'm not going to take the curse away, but I will adjust it. Instead of just disappearing completely, you will disappear for part of the month, and then you will get bigger and be at your full glory again, and then you'll have to shrink and go back. And this will keep you humble and keep you from laughing at me again. And so that is why the moon waxes and wanes.
That was so lovely. Thank you so much, choir and Jennifer. So this is a time for milestones and passages, and I have 3. 2 are about talent night. Sounds like I should have been there. A huge thank you to everyone. This is from Carol Harden. Huge thank you to everyone who performed, clapped, moved chairs, helped, organized, and otherwise made last night's mic night so much fun. And also about open mic from Marnie Wood. Open mic last night, ... What fun, in capitalization and underlined. More than 50 of us gathered and shared a wide variety of talent. Our youngest was 6 years old, Gwen, and ages climbed from there. Wonderful to see and hear our young folks plus participants beyond our congregation. Joan Todd shared a well-known fairy tale in the language of spoonerisms. Ask her about her talent. Dorothy Mammon and her son Ian were a great comedy duo. Thanks to all. And this is a beautiful message from an anonymous person, so I invite you to just take it in. Oh, it's from you, Betsy. This is from Betsy. You didn't write your name down. God is love, and God loves everybody all around the world, and all of creation, and nature, and animals. Love is deep. We people all around the world love each other. And billions of animals in nature have amazing, wonderful love. God loves you all at home and around the globe. Thank you. It's a perfect segue into our little meditation. So I invite you to uncross your limbs if you're willing and able. Sit up tall, spine nice and straight. Just making yourself comfy and fully arriving in your body. If you're not yet here, you can close your eyes or soften your gaze. Notice your breath, breathing into the stillness of this moment, feeling our connection to the earth beneath us, the shared ground of all being, to the cosmos, and especially the moon above us, the sun. And place your hand on your heart. Continuing to breathe, just hearing or even saying these words: acceptance, gratitude, compassion, presence. Every time we inhale, we're drawing in vitality. Every time we exhale, we're releasing any burdens. With each breath, we are coming home to ourselves. And take a moment to visualize, imagine, sense the inky night sky. It's a new moon, and even though the moon is invisible, its gravity is pulling at the tides, pulling at our energies, connecting us, knowing we are tethered to one another, sensing ourselves through the moon and the earth and our hearts, connected like a thread to the interdependence of all that is. In this space, there's no separation. We are all part of the single organism of life, a living song woven from the cosmos. And this time of the new moon, arriving in a few days, is a fertile soil of becoming. It's a good time to plant our seeds of intention. So asking, what are the seeds of intention do I want to plant in my life right now? Maybe a seed of compassion, maybe a new creative project, maybe a commitment to justice. Just let it come naturally. Can frame it in the present tense. I am open to new beginnings. I am open to new beginnings. Like the moon, I move with quiet strength. Imagine this intention glowing like a small spark of starlight within you, ready to grow as the moon will soon begin to wax again. Let's take 3 final deep breaths, maybe inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth, sealing this intention in our hearts. And when you are ready, you can gently open your eyes.
When I was growing up, but it turns out that more people in the world see a rabbit in the moon. So especially places like East Asia and South America and Central America, they have stories about the rabbit. This one I'm going to tell you is a Buddhist tale, and it is the rabbit in the moon. So rabbit and otter and monkey were friends, and they decided on the day of the full moon that they were going to practice charity by giving food to somebody who needed it. So they each went on their way. Otter came upon a man who was hungry and asking for food. So he dove into the stream and brought up a beautiful fish and gave it to the man. Monkey came upon a man asking for food, and he climbed a tree and brought down some gorgeous mangoes for the man. Rabbit came upon a man who was hungry and asking for food. Rabbit couldn't dive down into the stream and get a fish. He couldn't climb a tree and get fruit. He ate grass, but he knew that humans didn't eat grass. It didn't sustain them. But he knew that humans ate meat. So Rabbit decided he was going to give himself to the man, and he jumped into his fire. However, the fire did not burn Rabbit. For this was no ordinary man. This was actually a moon spirit who had come down to see how charitable the beings on earth were. And he was so moved and impressed by Rabbit's sacrifice and charity that he offered to bring him up to the moon to live there forever. And so that is why you may see a rabbit in the moon.
Our closing words are a poem by Joshua Jennifer Espinosa, and it's called The Moon is Trans. I love this poem. The moon is trans. From this moment forward, the moon is trans. You don't get to write about the moon anymore unless you respect that. You don't get to talk to the moon anymore unless you use her correct pronouns. You don't get to send men to the moon anymore unless their job is to bow down before her and apologize for the sins of the earth. She is waiting for you, pulling at you softly, telling you to shut up already, please. That line was a little different in the original poem. Scientists theorize the moon was once part of the earth that broke off when another planet struck it. Eve came from Adam's rib, etc. Do you believe in the power of not listening to the inside of your own head? I believe in the power of you not listening to the inside of your own head. This is all upside down. We should be talking about the ways that blood is similar to the part of outer space between the earth and the moon, but we're busy drawing it instead. The moon is often described as dead, though she is very much alive. The moon has not known the feeling of not wanting to be dead for any extended period of time in all of her existence. But she is not delicate, and she is not weak. She is constantly moving away from you the only way she can. She never turns her face from you because of what you might do. She will outlive everything you know. I'm going to sing one final hymn, Blue Boat Home. It is in the Teal hymnal, and it's number 1064. Far away.
Please repeat with me the words. Please repeat with me the words on the screen as Julia extinguishes our chalice. We extinguish this flame, always love.
Thank you, Jen. Thank you all for being here today.